Hey everybody. Hey everybody, it's time for another it's time for the first time since late 2022. It's time for the first review intro. This time as the Douglas Blair Roberts actor base persona, the Super Beta 400, the brown skin human, back at you with another Disney Channel television series Disney Channel television series and movie intro and television series for various other channels. 2020s version. This is a 2020s remake. The previous one I did ended up being way too long for the first review that I'm going to be doing with this intro, and that is the Disney Channel's newest show, Saturdays, that'll be the second part. And that will be the first video with this intro. The song will be the same, Sonic's Weekend. Even though I will be wearing my skinny jeans, real life superhero rock and roll working class look number 2, my skinny jeans sweatsuit with zipper, gloves, and shades. This will be reviewed as Douglas Blair Roberts, the actor. Because as much as I badly wanted to do make this a real life superhero review, I can't, because other than a couple of comic book and cartoon graphics, there is nothing super. There is in the cool, colorful outfits that they have. There is nothing superhero about this television series. So as such, it cannot be a real life superhero review. So with that being said, let's make my grand entrance and let's get started with Disney Channel's Saturdays, the first review with this intro. Alright everybody, it's time for another 2020s Disney Channel television series review and rant. And this is my review and rant on the full season 1 of Disney Channel's 2023 series, spring 2023 series, Saturdays, which aired from March to May of 2023 for 15 episodes. This was going to be a full-on review and overview, but this also became a rant when in late 2023 I learned that this show would be canceled. Canceled, which I'm reliving the excitement and reliving the fun right now, and to hear about this show's cancellation just angers me. I understand why it was canceled, but still, it still angers me, which I'm good. So I'm going to be ranting and talking about that. The episode I will play in the background is my number one favorite and best episode. This is the episode I watch the most, and that's the Friends for a Minute. For those of you who have seen this series Saturdays and watched the entire series just like I did, this is the antagonist character, Ivan's. That's his big redemption episode, and his final episode storyline wise, even though he does appear chronologically, he does appear in a flashback much later in the series. So yeah, that's the episode that will play in the background. So with that being said, let me get started right now. Oh yeah, and to see the original short narration intro, the link will be in the description box below.
You gotta pay the rent, go right. They say blood is thicker than water. And it's true. Family's everything. And my family's fam rolls deep. You have my big bro, London, and his brother from another, Derek, spinning beats on the grill. Yes, sir. Then there's everybody's big auntie Duchess, making sure folks aren't acting up. You don't you fast your house. We even have that tea-spilling uncle.
Yeah, like I said, sorry, I had some minor audio technical difficulties. I can never get it to right, whether it's too low or too loud, where it drowns out my voice. Hopefully that doesn't happen here. But anyway, Saturdays. But anyway, yeah, Saturdays. The coming of age rollerblading skate show. Afro-American hip-hop skate show is what this was. This right here was the single biggest and greatest thing Disney Channel produced in 2023. And that right there is what led to its early cancellation. Cancellation of anyone who's seen this show and watched the show is wondering why it was canceled. Look, it was canceled because the show, even though it doesn't feature any fight scenes like Ultraviolet and Black Scorpion, which is why I thought it would stay around longer. The show is too big and too expensive, and it wasn't getting the right views because Disney Channel didn't promote this show right. I was gonna say that for the end, but let's get it out the way right now. That's why this show was canceled. Disney Channel didn't promote this show right. I only know about this show's existence because I remember back in late 2021, Disney Channel, they announced 4 shows for 2022. One of them was Ultraviolet and Black Scorpion. The other one was Meet the Mayhems, which will later become Villains of Valley View. The third was this show, Saturdays, and the fourth was another show called Camp Newton, something like that never saw the light of day. Never saw the light of day, but that's the only way I know of Saturdays. And then finally, 2023, before I left out for patrol and work, I turned on my TV guide. I saw an advertisement for Saturdays. I saw an advertisement for Saturdays, and from the way the poster looked, it looked like a comic book show. Now I remember, wait, didn't I hear about Saturdays in 2021? And then when I got back, I left the television on before I left. When I got back from patrol and work, I saw Saturdays on. I saw the last bits of episode 3, and the other premiere of episode 4, the meme episode. Why so mean? The meme episode, and from those two on, I became a huge fan. Then I rewatched the pilot on YouTube. And the second episode on a streaming website. And from then on in, I have been caught up for every episode and was always there watching Saturdays.
Okay, so basically he's a little brat.
Pretty much. But a fine one. We don't trip on him too hard. Ivan is who he is. Sometimes we wish
So
he
yeah.
would go away, but that's never happened.
I hear you. Anyways, I gotta roll. Deal on the ring?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the only way. That's how I discovered Saturdays. But Disney Channel, a show this big, Disney Channel should have hyped the hell out of this. Should have hyped the hell out of this show, and they didn't. This show, no one even saw the show. I had to go way out of I had to go to a reviewing website to find a review for this website because International Movie Database didn't have one. It took a year, but they finally have one. International Movie Database didn't even have a review of this, so no one saw this awesome show. And with not a lot of views, and the show is expensive. Not only the sets, not only the cool sets, but the cool comic book style animation for flashbacks, and you got the big budget. And you got the various licensed music, lots of popular music, including Ray Killer, something like that. Does the awesome Saturdays theme songs. There's a longer version on YouTube.
That's all good, yeah. I just know Miles here knows that certain somebody first pop over R&B.
So do I.
So Saturdays follows the adventures of the Johnson family, the Johnson family, and the lead character is Paris Johnson. Paris Johnson, daughter of Calvin Johnson, portrayed by Omar Gooding, Mo from Smart Guy, and Debbie Johnson, who her actress is from Girlfriends, I think. Their gorgeous mother is one of the main reasons I like this show. Their gorgeous mother, who at 50 plus years old still looks good. And then you got
You mean stuck on being a clown's fool?
Then you got it follows Paris Johnson. Who she's the leader of a 3-woman skate crew called Weeby Girls Skate Crew, which consists of her, Paris Johnson, Paris Johnson, the loudest and most outspoken and flirtatious member of the group, Simone, and Simone, portrayed by Daria Johns. Danielle Jalade portrays Paris, and Peyton Baselite portrays the lovable, loyal, but dim-witted and goofy Ari Stevens. Those are the three Weeby Girls skate. Those are the three people. And also at that same place, Paris's brother, London Johnson, and his best friend, Derek D-Rock, who, I keep getting the actor's name, but he's the brother of Israel. He's the brother of the real-life Israel Johnson, Noah, from Bunked, season 4, 5, and now 6, and now about to be 4, 5, 6, and 7. And they're DJs at the group. They're DJs at the thing with Hispanic American Madison Ortiz, who is a love interest. For London. Those three are the DJs of the Saturday's Rink, which is where the title Saturdays come from. The plots mostly take place on Saturday, the weekend, and on the weekend they hang out at this gigantic skating rink, which is usually, sometimes it's other places like their home, or other places, but most of the plots revolve around misadventures and happenings around the Saturday's rink, owned by
Arrogance with a dash of disdain for others.
owned by a retired rapper named The Duchess.
Yes, sorry. I'm very serious. Ivan smells good. I don't care what Ivan smells like. I'm talking about the sign. Reserved for Jesse? Mr.
Dutch-
Perry, why are all these lockers reserved for Jesse?
Because he paid for them to be.
Duchess. So yeah, that's the plot. Other characters include Mr. Perry, whom you just heard, the mysterious guy put in charge of lockers and Lost and Found, and I think he's sometime the janitor, the middle-aged old man, Mr. Perry, and then you got Duchess. Then, I already mentioned Duchess. Then you got the main you got some of the main antagonists of the group. The main antagonist, at least for the first 8 episodes, is Ivan and his female assistant Iris, who is like his yes woman. His
It's official.
yes woman, who is dim-witted just like R.E. Stevens, probably even more so than R.E. Stevens, but has the same outgoing, gossipy personality Simone has. And you got Ivan, who's like the king, and the guy who runs everything. Their other antagonists include Sonya and her group, her skating group, Too Cute for You, who are the main antagonists of episode 4, and Sonya returns in the season and series finale as part of a brand new skate crew, when her skate crew, We Be Girls, we Too Cute for You breaks up. Too Cute for You breaks up. So yeah, those are all of the characters, the ones who are important anyway.
Definitely was not a dud. If it was,
Important anyway. Yeah, the show is vastly similar to Disney Channel's previous shows, Ultraviolet and Black Scorpion, Gabby Duranity and Cinema, stuck in the middle in classic situation comedies like Malcolm in the Middle. In that, one of the things I love about it is was single cam comedy, which means none of those, no crappy laugh track or any form of sound effects in the background. The whole thing is filmed like a movie, which is one of the reasons, like I say, which led to its cancellation. Disney Channel hates these because you really got to try on these. On these. Disney Channel, these are always doomed to cancellation. Disney Channel hates these. But yeah, single camera show is similar to those shows. Smart Guy, especially with Omar Gooding's character Calvin Johnson, is like an older version of Mo from Smart Guy, an older, wiser version of Mo from Smart Guy. Smart Guy, the previous Afro-American Caucasian show, Sydney to the Max, in that this show features flashbacks, except the flashbacks here are animated flashbacks. And Coop and Kenny Astorworld and Raven's Home, which this show is in the same universe as Raising Home, because Isaac Ryan Brown, Booker Baxter, guest stars in episode as Booker, where he plays a similar role to Tess. In early and late 2000s Disney Channel and old school Disney Channel sitcoms like Malcolm in the Middle, which also didn't feature a laugh track, and the various Canadian sitcoms like Life of Derek, Naturally Sadie, which also didn't feature laugh tracks. And Disney Channel's other previous their Asian American show, Andy Mack, which also didn't feature a laugh track. Right when after a god-awful 2022, I stopped watching Disney Channel. I decided to boycott it and only tune in for the stuff that I like, such as the Zombies franchise, Upside Down Magic, if they ever get around to greenlighting and making that sequel, Upside Down Magic, Secrets of Sulphur Springs, which was just recently canceled, and High School Musical, the series, and the upcoming Descendants movie, which I really don't care much for, but a lot of a lot of actors and actresses I'm a fan of will be featured in that movie. So I was gonna boycott, and I was gonna boycott Disney Channel. Right when I decided to boycott with them, they give me 3 awesome new shows, and this one right here, Saturdays, was the first of the awesome shows in 2023 that made 2023 surprisingly awesome. After a god-awful 2022, I didn't think 2023 would be good.
What would have happened if Ivan was here? Tell me about it.
So,
Ivan? They got you too.
So, yeah. What else about Saturdays? So, yeah, the Saturdays,
You know what?
Saturday show. So everything was great. The directing, the acting, the music, the drama, the comedy, humor, every thing. One of the best Afro-American shows around. And usually shows that are centered around nothing but Afro-American casts, in my opinion, are usually terrible and weak. But this right here was good. This right here was a masterpiece. And I was hoping with it being set in the same universe as Raven's Home, it would last longer. So, yeah. Oh yeah, and going back to the plot, I got distracted. So yeah, it follows the Weeby Girls skate crew as they're also skating and competing against the other teams. Ivan and Iris, his skate crew, the Too Cute for You, and many others for a special golden skates games. Golden Skate Games match at the end, in the series and season finale, and at the end of the summer, the entire 15 episodes build to that moment where they compete in the gigantic golden game. So that's pretty much the plot. The other plots I just told you are what happens in between episodes 1 and 15, episodes 1, 12, 13, 14, and 15, the last 3 episodes.
Deal with it. Now, do you excuse me? I have a white crane lunge to perfect. Oh, and Grace?
So, yeah, what else about Saturdays? So, yeah, that's the plot to Saturdays. I like all the episodes, even the worst ones. Episodes 7 and 8. These were the weakest episodes. One was about a chocolate club, which Ari felt left out of, and episode 8 where they get stuck at a mysterious middle-aged lady's house. This lady, her actress, was in the season and series finale of season 3 of Sydney to the Max. She returns to Disney Channel in this series right here. Yeah, you know the story. It's a haunted house. But once they go there, they get to know the woman and bond and become friends with her. That's the issue I had with Saturdays. I mean, that's the issue I had with those 2 episodes. But it was so irritating, but they were the worst and the weakest episodes. The best and greatest is the one you're listening to in the background, Friends for a Minute, which was Ivan's big redemption moment. In this episode, the main antagonist, Jesse Cool J, not related to LL Cool J, which the character tells you in the beginning. After he makes his debut. He seems like he's a protagonist, a hero, as Ivan is being annoying as ever, jacking Ari's hot dogs, refusing to give her the money to pay him back, So Jesse pulls a prank on him by supergluing his butt to a chair. Ivan has a hard time getting up. When he gets up, but he rips the back of his pants, revealing his drawers to the laughter of everyone except for the Weeby Girls skate crew. While Ivan runs off in shame. Paris thinks that with Ivan gone, Saturdays will be a better place. But Saturdays under Jesse's leadership, whose parents are extremely wealthy, and by Jesse anything he wants. Saturdays.
I get a hard time all the time.
Sorry, virus scan came on.
Oh. So you know about that?
Yeah, I do. And so does Parker.
So what about Saturdays again? What about Saturdays? So what about Saturdays again? What about, oh yeah. So yeah, like I was saying. So Ivan runs away in shame. Ivan runs away in shame. So I was saying the Saturdays rank becomes even more under Jesse's becomes even worse than was when Jesse charging people for everything, such as selfies if he's not in them, adding $5 more to various snacks, charging you to use the locker areas, and for video games, Simone, Ari, and Paris and Richie come up to a scheme that he was probably pulling this at the other skating rinks, and they all threw him out. And now he's coming to Saturdays. Now he's coming to Saturdays to do the same thing. And in this plot, what does he do now? Oh yeah, he's coming to Saturdays to do the same thing. And when the girls try to check him for it, he responds by throwing each of them out, including Iris. So the girls team up with Ivan's assistant Iris. When Iris tells them where Ivan is, and Ivan is at some martial arts Tai Chi seminar. Where the girls try and fail to convince Ivan to come back. When they think all hope is lost, Ivan shows up ready to help them, saying that he was always coming back. He just needed time to recharge his batteries and refocus and think of a plan to take his crown. And they return and his plan is to get under Jesse's skin, is to first challenge Jesse to a skating match, which you're listening to in the background right now. Number two, copy him, which Jesse Coolidge hates people copying him. And then this causes, after a gigantic skate battle, causes Jesse to trip and fall over, and Ivan takes back his crown, and together they toss Jesse out of the Saturdays building, just like he did to them earlier. And Ivan then reveals the news that his brief return was only brief, as his family is moving to Canada, but he promises to return next summer for Simone to continue the tradition, and we kisses Simone and waves and says goodbye to the Weeby Girls skate crew, now calling them Weeby Friends. Now, in one of the saddest, I'm almost about to tear up now, one of the saddest and greatest episodes ever, they managed to take Ivan, who from episode 1 through 8, they managed to make a despicable character. They had me sad that he was gone. I'm almost about to cry right now. So yeah, this was his, there was also a good subplot involving London and his love interest, Madison, going out with a guy named Miles. Who turned out to be a two-timer, as he was cheating with another girl named Parker. And London tried to get Miles to speak about it, and Miles wouldn't. But Madison and Parker's older brothers ended up finding about it and punishing Miles off screen for it. Yeah. So that was the greatest episode. Both plots and everything about this episode was awesome. This was the greatest episode of the series. Every episode before and after failed to live up to this one. The next best are episodes 2, 3, and 4. The next best are episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4, with 2, 3, and 4 being the best. These were the introductions. These episodes were so awesome that it was kind of hard to watch the rest of the series because the first 4 episodes were such an awesome introduction to the series, especially 2 through 4. One where Ivan is introduced for the first time. Then you got 2, which is a sibling rivalry episode with Paris Johnson and her brother. Then you got episode 3. Which I came in. This is where I came into the series on. The episode where Ari and Simone Paris try to get jobs at their parents' baking place. That's what the parents do for a living, baking place. To pay for some new outfits. In episode 4, the Mean, Why So Mean episode, which is where Sonya makes her debut. So yeah, these were the second best. Third best are episodes 5 and 6. Episodes 5 and 6, with 6 being centered around the Duchess character, and also Mama Drama, a Debbie episode, but it's the B plot that's more exciting, where London tries to take advantage of his parents. Oh no, that's another episode. And then the this was Feeling Brand New. That was an episode, Feeling Brand New, where Simone catches the attention of a fashion company that's least a dissension between her and her Weeby Girls skate crew. But it's the B plot where Debbie and Calvin are fighting, and London and Derek take advantage of it by using them as a distraction to get them to order a gigantic lobster dish, which they're punished for in the end by Calvin promising telling London that him and Derek will be paying him back at the end. Then Derek tries to get out of it by saying, "Oh, not me, I'm just a guest." And then London says, "Well, then I guess you're finished eating." Then you got the next one, the Mama Drama episode, Debbie's episode. Then you got episode 5. Then you got the fourth. Then you got the fourth best, Emma Dilemma, where Booker comes in. He plays a role similar to Tess, where he shows up in Chicago. He comes from San Francisco and goes back to Chicago, and the Johnson family immediately know who he is, and he's just like Tess. He shows up there, eating up all their food and stuff, and gets into a singing rivalry with Derek D-Rock. Then you got that was number 4. 5 is the return of Roxy, who in the original draft of the show, she was one of the protagonists, but when the show was retooled, she was bumped out of the cast, but returns here, and for the first 2, it seems like she rejoins the Weeby Girls skate crew and becomes a 4th woman skate crew. However, when it comes time for the golden competition, Duchess says there's a rule that they can only have 3 people on a team. They can only have 3 people. They can only have 3 people. They can only have 3 people on a team, and as such, Duchess Duchess forbids said they're gonna. So then Ari decides to quit the Weeby Girls skate crew. And quit the Weeby Girls, as she was the last to join, and the episode focuses on how Ari got involved with Simone and Paris, where we later learn those 2 characters knew each other longer, and you see how Ari joined the team, and it comes in because of their history. Paris and Simone cannot accept Ari's resignation, and they kick Roxy to the curb. And rejoins the team. However, Roxy swears vengeance by getting Sonya, who I mentioned earlier, her crew, the Too Cute For You broke up, and Jesse Cool J to form a brand new team to crush them in the golden competition. In the season finale, the next best episode, also one of the weakest because it's the final episode of the series. Is the gigantic where every storyline that was introduced is resolved here. So at least the show did that. But it sucks that this awesome show, there was so much more we could have done, but there won't be any more because this was the final episode of Disney canceled the show. And what's his name? Then another great episode is birthday. Oh yeah, actually no, that was in this was in the Mama Drama episode. This was London and Derek's plot, so never mind. And that was their exciting B plot where Derek is working on a new rap song. Is working on a rap song which sounds like the popular rock song War. What is it good for? His rap sounds similar to that with barking and growling and stuff, where he keeps saying stuff, D-Rock gon' give it to you, D-Rock gon' bring it to you. It also sounds like a lot of like the late DMX is gonna give it to you song. And what's his name? Oh yeah. So yeah, however, when they meet a girl at the skate rink who in exchange for them giving her a song request, she agrees to play D-Rock's single for D-Rock's single at her dad's studio, who has a studio, and the dad does that. He does that, but he gets terrible and negative feedback. However, when singing Happy Birthday for that same girl, it's discovered that D-Rock, he doesn't have the best skills as a rapper, but he has awesome skills as a singer. And then the people who rejected him who's rapping love his singing and give him all sort of praise. So so those are the best episodes, and like I said, last but not least, the worst are episodes 7 and 8. So those are the greatest episodes of Saturday. What a phenomenal series, man. Mad that it's over. I wish Disney Channel would promote it this harder. I tried to watch every episode, even reruns, to give it as much views as possible. To give this as much views as possible. When I was out, I left the TV on so my view would be counted. I tried to give this every view as possible. And I tried to boycott their established shows, Ravens and Bump, to focus exclusively on this and the other new shows. So Disney Channel would bring what you call. I wish Disney Channel would have focused more on these new shows over their old shows, but they like to play it safe and only focus on the established shows. So So this was my super long review of Saturdays. There'll be a daytime review with a different episode playing in the background for my retro sitcom reviews. But for now, this was the Disney Channel review. Once again, to see the short part 1 narration, the link will be in the description box below. And you can find the post-episode reactions for everyone except for 15, which I never did and I probably never will do. May do it, but I don't know. The post-episode review and reactions. I want to do 15, but when I heard I never got around to doing it, and when I heard it was the last episode, it was 15 was a great episode, but I didn't like the climax. So this was my review of Saturdays. You don't want to hear the rest of the music? Turn the video off right now.